Everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming to you once again from Carcraft Classics, showing off this beautiful, wait till you see this thing and hear it. Oh man, it's so sweet. 1979 Camaro Z28. It's a bit of a resto mod. It's had a drivetrain upgrade, but we'll talk about that here in just a minute. For any of you watching one of my videos for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics. We're located at 321 Canton Road in Cumming, Georgia, 30040. We're about 30 miles north of Atlanta and about 40 minutes from the airport. Phone number for the shop is 470-239-4977. My cell is 770-317-1415. We can be reached via email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com. And be sure to visit us on the web at carcraftclassics.com. We're also on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, YouTube obviously. So just wanted to show you the shop real quick. Got some tires here for a C10 build we're putting together. Got 2020 Road Glide. Gonna probably list that for sale soon, just riding it around and enjoying it. Got our Firebird put on the internet last week. Got the Jeep Renegade back there. Got another second gen Camaro here that we'll be doing a spotlight video on shortly. That's an 81, just buttoning up some things. A square body, we got our Impala. Got this wicked GTO 2004, 6-speed. We've got James over here working hard with this customer build for 1987 Chevrolet C10. Customer in Texas bought that truck. We're just going to put our little stink on it, lower it down, upgrade the interior, some gauges, new crate motor. It's going to be a sweet one. But anyway, today is about this, today's video is about this beautiful 79 Camaro Z28. But before we get over to the car, I just want to show you some of the paperwork I have from the build. This car was built locally by a gentleman named Brian out near Athens, Georgia, and he did a fabulous job in this car. Normally we get cars and trucks in and there's a lot of things that we have to button up, but as you can see from the receipts I have from his restoration that he did, he bought some high-end parts, installed them himself, and he did a fabulous job. Thank you, Brian. And you can see this list of receipts includes who's who in the parts distribution for hot rods restoration. We've got Holly, we've got Eckler's, we've got Classic Industries, TriStar, that's the receipt for the motor, Vintage Air, Year 1, Edelbrock for the water pump. But this is something that I really wanted to show you guys and gals out there in Hot Rod Land about this 79. Check out the horsepower, 421.3, that engine dynoed at. So that's important for this car, and here's why. Everybody loves the second gen Camaros, including me. But if they had any flaw from the factory, man, they did not have much power. I think they were rated somewhere around 185 horse, maybe 200. That's about it. So this car is packing quite an upgrade or punch, so to speak, in the drivetrain compartment or department. This thing has double the factory horsepower, and it's got a nice choppy cam. I don't even know where to start as far as the drivetrain, but you saw those receipts. This car was built, it wasn't repainted. I'm not sure if this is original paint, to be honest. It appears to be, but I'm not sure. But the paint it's got a few blemishes, but it is near flawless. I mean, it is nice. You see right there on the polyurethane bumper, there's a little flaw, but I walked around this car a half a dozen times when I purchased it, and it is in great shape. The inner fenders, the undercarriage. And for those of you that watch my videos, you know this, but those of you maybe who watching one for the first time, there'll be 55 plus pictures, still shots of the undercarriage, the exterior, the interior, the engine compartment, the trunk, everything. There'll be still shots on our website, carcraftclassics.com. But take my word for it for right now. I mean, this car, the paint is in excellent shape. All the trim, is in great shape. The glass, I think it has one flaw on the sticker on the hood. See right there, a little fade to it. Looks like somebody added a little bit of a factory decal there to repair that little flaw. The top is in great shape as well. Man, check this thing out. Still got the factory little indentations for the plate, but in Georgia you don't have a front plate, so it hasn't even been used. This car is in unbelievable condition. I would call it partially restored because the exterior doesn't look, it looks original, but that's about where the original ends. This is a TriStar aluminum headed 350 cubic inch, nice choppy cam, V8. You see the tall valve covers, polished. Got the matching air cleaner, beautiful aluminum intake manifold, new water pump, new alternator. Looks like the factory power steering pump. And a new pulley down there in the crankshaft. Core support, radiator support's in absolute flawless condition. Car shows absolutely no evidence at all of having been in an accident. Fenders where they outer fenders and inner fenders where they meet, there's no crumpled metal, no dings or dents. Inner fenders completely rust free. My son Jace, shout out to my son Jace, the Carnauba kid. He detailed this car for me yesterday and he did a fabulous job. Firewall's clean, as you can see from the factory. Disc brakes up front, power disc brakes with the dual master cylinder. It had factory AC, but it's been upgraded to vintage air, which I absolutely love. And there's nothing wrong with factory accessories, but vintage air is just, you know, vintage air, classic auto air, you can't beat it. It also has a new aluminum radiator with dual electric fans. That was an upgrade as well that Brian did when he was building the car. You can see down there a new fuel pump. Frame rails are in excellent condition. Let's see if we can get you a little peek on the frame rail. See that down there? Completely rust free, this car. Underneath the exterior, you won't find a speck of rust on this car. Again, aluminum headed, small block, 421 horsepower to the crank, maybe 10% less at the rear wheels, but still a far cry, a huge improvement over what was from the factory. And the upgrades in here just go on and on. Got a nice ceramic coated set of headers. Car sounds excellent. Wait till I fire it up for you. Let's see here. Show you the underside of the hood. And she is an absolute beauty. Little radiator overflow reservoir, brand new. Man, what a car. Kudos to Brian. He did a fabulous job restoring this car. Give that baby a look. So I don't want to get into a history lesson here and bore everybody half to death, but you know, 1979, the year of this car, I think it was in 78 that they remodeled it and they went with these polyurethane bumpers front and rear. And this look is just, it's killer. I absolutely love this second gen or late second gen Camaro body style. But you know, 79, I believe Chevy sold more Camaros in 79 than they sold ever prior to that and after. I believe I read that online, so I believe that to be true. So you got the icon right here, the #1 seller. Love the color scheme, the white with the turquoise and darker blue stripes, just killer. Add the white raised letter tires and the turbine style wheels that everybody goes crazy for. This car is near perfect. I absolutely love it. Check it out. And she's gorgeous. 79, I believe it says exempt on the title, but so we don't have any documented information about miles on it. But remember, the engine was pulled, the factory one. A new crate motor was installed. And the transmission was rebuilt. And I've got paperwork on this stuff. Don't think I have the trans rebuild paperwork, but here is the trunk pan. As you can see, factory paint, completely rust free, as I told you before. I mean, whoever gets this one is getting a gem. This thing is in great shape. It's even got the factory spare. As you can see, the quarter panels, see if we can get this gimbal to cooperate, have no weld seams. They have not been replaced. There you go. Check it out. 1979 Camaro Z28. Back glass is in just as good a shape as the front windshield. All the trim is there. No rust in this little panel, where you can find it in these cars, but between the trunk and the windshield. No rust bubbles at all. Nothing to address on the body. Just get in this thing and drive it. Rear package tray was replaced as well. The only thing that needs to be done to this car is the stereo. The factory stereo was removed. I don't think it was working. And Brian did wire the car. There's wires in the dash for the stereo that run back to the rear package tray, but just no speakers and no stereo. Now, if somebody wants us to do that, we certainly can help. We certainly can do that for you. But I'm going to leave that up to the buyer. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. New exhaust sticking out the back. It's 2.5-inch stainless. Again, it's got the 15-inch turbine wheels, legendary with the late second-gen Camaros. Check out this bad boy. Decals are in great shape, except that one blemish I showed you on the hood. No bubbles in the doors, no problems with the rockers, no problems with the fenders, quarters. It's in great shape. Got one little spot in the B-pillar here. I see probably that could be addressed, but nothing major. This body is in excellent shape. Interior was replaced as well when they did the restoration. New door panels, new seat covers. Carpet, I believe, is original. Dash pad is original. Georgia car, I believe its whole life. Headliner's in great shape. Rear seat looks like it hadn't even been sat in yet. Brand new seat belts in here as well. Brand new blue GM style seat belts. Like I said, new door panels. Air, vintage air, blows ice cold. So she's reading 72,933 miles right now. And by the looks of this car, I believe that to be original. Let's take a look at that dash pad. In excellent shape. Oh. I flipped the gimbal around, sorry about that. Windows roll up and down, glass is in great shape. You really have a gem here, ladies and gentlemen. Even got the cigarette lighter still there. Got a little, there's where the stereo's missing. Got a little dual gauge setup aftermarket that was installed for the oil pressure and the water temperature. Gauges and dummy lights do work up here, but I guess he wanted a more accurate reading. There's your vintage air panel for the AC and the heat. Works great. Let's fire this thing up. My favorite song. The old small block, big cam song. Car's in great shape, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing this car was missing from the factory, like I said, was horsepower, and this one's got it. Sounds excellent, and it's not radical. You know, again, it's got air. Put the air on, cruise down the street, enjoy yourself. And then when you want to spin the tires, you got plenty of power to do so. Sounds even way better than the factory. It's turbine wheels, color combo with the white with the blue. Come on, man. Built well and tuned right, you know. You start this thing even on the, you know, after it's sitting a while, and you don't have to sit there and feather the throttle. It runs, starts, and drives excellent. Disc brakes, stop on a dime. Power steering is good. The car's not sloppy on the road. As you can see, it doesn't blow any black smoke. It is just an immaculate, beautiful Z. Like I said, one or two, maybe three little flaws in the paint, you know, walking around the car, but it is, what, 43 years old, for Pete's sake. So again, I believe this may be original paint, I'm not sure. But I'll say for the money, turnkey, 400 horsepower Camaro Z28, good luck finding one in this good a condition. But anyway, speaking of the money, the asking price on this sweet Z is going to be $32,500. $32,500 for a nearly flawless, perfect 79 Camaro Z28. Again, 78 was the first year, this was the second year, and they blew all the sales records, the prior sales records and those that came after, right out of the water with this car. Hottest selling Camaro of all time, I read. Decals are in great shape. Grill, light bezels, everything's in good shape. Got receipts from the build as I showed you before. Got a dyno sheet. All kinds of receipts from the mechanical upgrades. She's a beauty. Again, for pics of the undercarriage, still shots of the exterior, the interior, the trunk, the engine compartment. Probably tomorrow they'll be up on my website, carcraftclassics.com. So keep an eye out for that. And you've heard me say this before, but just give me a holler if you have any questions. We can help with financing. We can help with shipping and light customization as well. If there's something you want to change in this car, whether it be the wheels or carburetor or whatever the case may be, you just let us know. We've got a staff here at the shop that can make those mechanical or appearance upgrades for you. But you'd be breaking my heart, to be honest. This car is turnkey, ready for the road, just the way you see it. Just like most of our cars. We don't really mess around too much with the project cars. But we do sell wheel and tire combinations if you wanted to change it. We work with American Racing, US Mags, Riddler, Weld Wheels. We deal with all of them. So we can help with that as well. And if you wanted something like tint the windows or whatever the case may be, just give me a holler. Again, my name is Phil. I'm the owner here at Carcraft Classics, and my cell number is 770-317-1415. This car comes with a clean Georgia title. Can reassign right to you. Again, we can help with shipping and put this car right in your driveway in the lower 48 states. Anything international, we can help as well. Just let me know if you want to make an offer. Again, the asking price on this vehicle is $32,500, and she's worth every penny. Small block, automatic turbo 350 transmission, 10-bolt rear end, power disc brakes, power steering, vintage air, aluminum radiator. The list goes on and on and on. All the details will be on my website at carcraftclassics.com. Hey, thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate that. If you've enjoyed the video and you like our shop here, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And be safe out there. God bless America.